never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gonna do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes, tell me everything's not fine, or the people ain't happy.
Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is what if Deku is a perfect host for a symbiote. Let me figure out what part we're at. Part 5. I think that's what it says. Yeah, because I just did 4 earlier today. So yeah, it's 5. Okay, cool. Now if you guys haven't seen my community tab yet, but I changed the name of the symbiote into Chaos. I spent a couple hours searching online on the Marvel database. Several different names I came up with for the symbiote, and they all been taken. Except for, I know there's a character called Lord Chaos, but they have a Lord in it, so I'm going to use the name just Chaos by itself. So there's that. And let's see what else we got. And I'm going to give him some acid abilities. Because looking at the character, it looks like something that would spit out acid. Or at least have some sort of acid, ability. Like out of the hands or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, let's say he can spit acid out when he wants to. So it's not too, there's not much I could do with, where the acid would come out of. Give me a second here. Okay, so he's going to be able to spit it out, acid. The acid's going to be a mixture between a green and a purple. And he's able to release acid out of his hands. Not like spray it, but If he puts his hand on a solid surface, like if he's trying to break into a wall, he'll be able to inject acid from his hands onto the wall while he's touching it. As, for an escape tool. Stuff like that. So, and they're not bonded. They're not, permanently bonded yet, because Izuku hasn't, haven't, accepted the deal yet. So he's been thinking about it, but, let's continue our story, because we already wasted like 3 minutes of our time. So as we cut the back outside of Izuku's, hideout, where he's been staying at, as you have Black Widow, as Iron Man comes hovering down. I'm back. Alright. As Natasha, waits for, Stark to get there. She's like, Tony, you're here. Good. What's our favorite bunny doing today? Sorry. And she's like, he just got back. So I've been telling him I've been shadowing him ever since I caught a glimpse of him. As Stark's, Tony's like, it's unlike you for not, pouncing on your prey. I'm taking my time. I gotta make sure I understand this one. He's been trained, like I said. When we had our last conversation about this young man, as Stark, get in touch with the Spider family, as she's referring to Spider-Man and his group. Get in touch with the spiders. As Tony's like, it's very rare for you to ask help. Well, considering this one has a symbiote now, apparently. He either, just recently got a symbiote, or he always had a symbiote. I'm not totally sure on that. But it's very suspicious that he starts showing his symbiote after the Black Rabbit hanging around Venom. It's very suspicious. As Black Widow's like, so, have you any more information on the Life Foundation? As Stark, Tony's like, yeah, Natasha, they're in some heavy shit. I'm actually not too mad at the rabbit for giving them from what. Despite, the few guards he probably killed, or Venom, one or the other, but we've looked over, we've overlooked worse. As Natasha's like, as Tony's like, don't worry, I'll contact Spider-Man. He has a soft spot for Spider-Man because, he likes his personality, so, Hey, no, Peter, it's me. Oh, Tony, what can I do for you? I need your assistance on something. As we know where the rabbit's been hiding. We know where the rabbit's den's at. As Parker's like, what? As everyone hears it because he was in a meeting with the rest of the group. As Gwen's eager to get some payback, and Miles wants to fight him on an even playing field. And Scarlet smiles. As Gwen's like, what are you smiling about? Don't tell me you actually like the kidnapper. As she walks past, Glenn. Well, he is quite attractive. As she puts her hood on, her mask on, as she's like, as I need your assistance. As Stark tells him, it's not Stark, but Tony. Well, it is Stark, but Tony explains the situation as they all agree. Yeah, let's go. I'll bring the whole group. As Tony's like, you're bringing the whole Spider group? It's like, well, damn. I think we've, shit, this might actually go easier than I thought. As we cut to a scene, as it's a room, as it's bloody, as you have Cletus, Carnage. As he's like, is that all the information you got on the Black Bunny? It's everything here. Everything until the raid on the Life Foundation. As he's like, excellent. And how much of, I hope this, as he grabs the USB drive, as he grabs the laptop that's, on the table, as the guy has his arm cut off, as he's like, don't feed on me now, or I won't, it'll be very boring. As, he sees, the footage of the fight with, Silk the second time, before they got into the subway, when he transformed into his with his symbiote suit. As he starts laughing, he has a symbiote. Oh, this is so much more fun than I thought it was going to be. Ooh, I can't wait to... We're going to have so much fun together. As she shuts the thing, as she crushes the USB drive, as he's like, well, I gotta go. I got a date with a bunny. As he sliced the dude's head off. Time for some carnage. As he's walking. Don't fret, Mr. Bunny. I'm on my way. As now we cut to the scene as Izuku's like, not Deku. Well, technically, whatever. But as Izuku. So chaos. On that whole permanent bond thing. Yes, Izuku. I'll do it. As she, are you sure, Izuku? You understand this process, it's permanent. Yes. I would rather have you permanent around than have some incidents happen. He doesn't want to lose the abilities, so best to, he understands, he's thinking of ahead of time if the heroes ever catch him. So if he's permanently bond, they can't strip it. I don't know, they can't separate them unless they want to kill him. So most heroes won't do that, so that's what he's thinking. Alright. I'll begin the process. As suddenly there's, a big smashed into the wall. As you have, Iron Man used his, blast to break into the wall. As he's like, sorry about the intrusion, boy. Sorry about the intrusion. But I'm going to have to ask you to come with me. As Izuku, looks over. As he's not in his hero suit. He's just in his civilian clothes. Crap. As, sorry. I need to stop saying that. As chaos pops out. And she's like, what's the plan, Izuku? As, Scarlet come rushing in. As she's like, she pins him against the wall. As she's like, so your name's Izuku. Good to know. This is going to be a pain in the ass. As Izuku, as Izuku, as he trips her. No, sorry. As Izuku grabs, she's pinning him to the wall. As Izuku grabs onto her with his tendrils, as she goes flying across the room. Well, I'm not going to get that deposit back. Thank you very much. As there was some darts shooting at him. As I don't really know what Black Widow's like a little bracelet thing does. I think it's like I've seen it electrocute people, but I'm not sure what all its function. So as he sees the dart flying, as Izuku dodges out of the way, as he sees the shock. Shit. How many, as Izuku goes forward as Natasha is trying to, kick him. Or she tried to grab him as he ducks under, trips her on his way out. As he jumps up, as, Glenn and Spider-Man knock him down as he goes flying into the ground. As about time he got up, all the spider team is all surrounding him. As Izuku still in his, regular clothes. He doesn't want to, even though, even though he has a symbiote and he has a creation quirk, he doesn't really see any way out of this without killing a whole lot of people. And he doesn't want to kill heroes, as he's like, shit. As as Scarlet comes in, not Scarlet, sorry, as Silk comes in, as she, sorry, as Scarlet comes in, webs him, as she jumps as she jumps down, she tied her webs around his, around his arms and a little bit of his legs, as she, trips him down. And she's like, well, Izuku, you're not going anywhere now. You're trapped. I guess you're right. It was looking pretty bad. Only way I think out of it is killing a whole lot of you. But that's the thing I don't want to deal with right now, so I surrender. As, Chaos is like, what do you mean, Izuku? As he's like, don't worry. How's the process going? I need just a little more time, and the process will be complete. I'm just fiddling with some things. Alright, everything, let's go. As Black Widow calls in the cavalry, as shield dropships come down, shield transport pods or transport ships to pick up prisoners. As they handcuff him after Silk cut her webbing. As she gets it off him, as they put her handcuffs, as she's directing him. So is Gwen, and she's like, "You try anything, man? You try anything?" Green hair. That's giving me a reason to beat you down. As Izuku's like, "Oh, aren't we? So you're still mad, aren't you?" As she does, she just gives him a stern look. As he's like, "Okay, answer my question. Well, you're directing me, so where are we going?" As they get into the vehicle, as Izuku's just calm conversations, as Gwen's like, "Shut up, I don't want to hear you." As he's like, "Huh, still want to know where we're going." As Silk's like, "If you're thinking of trying, come with a plan to escape, I highly doubt it's going to happen. We're going to take you where you won't be able to get out for, until we decide to let you out, that is." And where's that? As, no, I'm sorry. Black Widow's like, "We're taking you to S.H.I.E.L.D. They have the proper equipment to confine you until we get some answers." As that begins, as they get into the the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier. I can't pronounce that, but the base, I was about to say the F word, but I'm trying not to cuss too much on this, but the floating base that's in the air constantly all the time. Nick Fury. As they put him in the they get him to the base, as he's on the helicopter, the base now. As he's like, "Huh, floating base. Now I've seen it all. So how much is your bill? How much is your power bill for this thing? Wonder if I ask Mom, maybe she could get me one." As Carnage puts a tendril over Izuku's mouth, and she's telling him, quiet. Don't give him any more information that you. As Chaos is talking to him in Mind Link, and she's like, "Don't tell him anything that you don't want them to know." Fine. This is so boring. As they get in there, as everyone's standing, as Nick Fury comes walking in. "So you must be the vigilante that's been going around causing a bit of trouble." As Izuku's he's just sitting on the bed nonchalantly. "Ah, And you are? I'm Nick Fury. Think of me of your Warnet. Oh, so I take it this is my personal cell then. As he's like, yeah. We've had dealings with these symbiotes before. You're not gonna get out of this. And she's like, huh, you'll be surprised. I'm very resourceful. I bet you are. What I've seen of you so far. Sorry. I don't know. Sorry. Let me start this over again. Huh, that might have been right before, but this is where your luck ends, rabbit. As Ezekiel gets a scary look on his face. Not scared of Nick Fury, scary looking face as he's showing. Huh. So you show your true color. You show your true self, Ezekiel. Black Rabbit. As he's like, I don't like you very much. I think I'm done talking to you. But I'm not. But Nick Fury's like, I'm not done talking yet. So you guys sit there and answer my questions. I would hate to get some true serum. I would hate to resort to true serum on someone so young. But your recent activities doesn't matter to me. What I want to know, who you work for. As Ezekiel looks at him weird, as he's like, you're I'm sorry. You've been trained very well indeed. Not, sorry. He's been trained, but not as well as, Black Widow, because, she's a master spy. So, so he's decent compared to, Black Widow thinks he has potential. So, there's that. So he's like, I want to know who trained you. Who's your master? As Ezekiel, starts laughing. He's like, is that all you... Seriously, that's all you want to know? Yes. I've had several of my agents look into your records. You're a ghost. There's no records of you anywhere. Here or Japan. Because, Izuku's, Japan, so they would look in Japan in case he had any, alias or any record in Japan. After, Silk ripped off his hood and found out what he looks like. So, that's how I'm saying that happens. So you're pretty much a ghost. No records of your parents. You don't even have a school record. As he says, yeah, I was homeschooled. Very interesting. Well, you're gonna be here a while, so we'll continue our chat. As alarms going off, as everyone's like freaking out. And as Nick Fury gets in, what is it? We're being attacked, Nick. Sir. By who? Carnage. As we cut to the scene where Izuku gets handcuffed as Cletus is in the corner of the alley. Huh? That's no fun. Well, I guess I gotta rescue the rabbit. Well, at least I get new toys. As he's want to kill everyone, so... As he, as several of the vehicles fly up, as Carnage kills the pilot, throws him out in midair, as he flies up, as he's like, time for fun. As he's just having a blast. He's like, what type of music did he have on here? As you know, he picks a station, you know, something crazy that he would listen to. I don't know what type of music he listened to because, you know, he's a psychopath. So, you know, as we cut to the scene as Cletus, Carnage, ripped right through the shield, you know, the shield's blast door, entering the major base as he's slaughtering the shield agents. As a unit comes, you know, going down or surrounding, you know, Carnage, as they have the sound waves ready. As Carnage, you know, spread out several tendrils, grabbing onto the sound generators or the sound machines, as he rips it out of their hands, as he slams it into the ground. As both his hands turn into axes, as he's like, none of that. As he splits everyone in half. As, you know, we cut to Nick Fury. Everyone on high alert. Make sure this one's secured. As that goes on, as everyone leaves except for Silk. As Spider-Man's like, Peter's like, Silk, come on. I'm gonna stay here, Spider-Man. We shouldn't leave this one alone to his own devices. Who knows what he'll come up. Who knows what type of thing he'll pull. Trust me, he's a sly one. As Peter's like, fine, whatever. Okay, I'll take, you know, just make sure he doesn't do anything. As he runs off as they go fight, you know, Carnage. As, you know, Izuku's like, so you're not going with the rest of the flock? No. As she sits, you know, picks up a chair that's on the side somewhere. As she sits, you know, closer to the cage. So, how did you get, you know, I'm curious. How did you came in contact with a symbiote? Oops. I almost, you know, sorry. My phone almost shut off on me. Because I've never seen you, sorry. You didn't start using that till recently. Oh, it was a present from the Life Foundation. And she's like, what do you mean? And she's like, you honestly think that organization is all nice and clean? Huh. Laughable. They're worse than most villains. Give it, you know, as long as you're human, they usually leave you alone unless you're in one of their experiments. I'm just saying, Peter kept that from her, the Life Foundation, because she's young. So I would think Spider-Man would keep certain things from the younger members of his team, like everyone except for Black Cat. So, you know, because they're all pretty young. They're still kids, so. Because he's in his 20s, so. Mid-20s, so, you know, around there. So as that progresses, as, you know, suddenly, you know, sorry. As you see, you know, Iron Man gets thrown back into the, no, not Iron Man, sorry. As you see Gwen fly into the cage, as the glass shatters, cracks a little bit. As Silk runs over to grab, as she picks up Gwen. You. Silk, was it? And she's like, yeah, what? Run. What do you mean? As she instantly dodges a axe to the head. As, I missed. Not gonna miss next time. As she's, you know, Carnage is up on her business now. As Carnage is attacking her as... Shit, what am I do? Izuku, process has completed. As you know, the full process, you won't feel the full effects of it until, you need to sleep first, but it's all completed. I'm not sure if you could do it, like, awake or not, but let's just say she did it all when he was awake. So, there's that. So this will make sense. So, he wasn't able to use the acid until now because to fully, bond with his symbiote. As he, and she's like, touch the glass, Izuku. What are you doing? Like, what does, as it's melting, as Izuku's, I have, what the hell? I have acid? As she's like, yeah, sorry about that. You didn't have access to it until we fully bonded. As he's like, huh, good to know. As Izuku, hey, he's like, hey, knives. As Carnage looks back as he was about to kill Silk. Silk's like, what are you doing, idiot? You were safe in there. No, not really. I take it, you're here for me? Yes, Mr. Rabbit, I am. It's good for you to come out your little cage. As he comes rushing at Izuku, as Izuku dodges, as, it pierces some of his skin as immediately his symbiote activate, his symbiote suit. As he, webs Carnage's hands to the wall, his right hand to the wall, as he kicks him in the chest. He was right by the entrance of the walkway. As he kicks him back, as he goes flying back, as Izuku, rips the panel off the door. As Silk's like, what are you doing? Don't worry. No reason for both of us to die. I would hate to, I kind of like, sorry, as Izuku's like, I kind of like having you around, so it would be a shame to, if you would die early. As he shuts the door, as Silk's, banging on a wall. And she's calling him an idiot. As Izuku, I haven't barely met the girl, and she's already, getting on my nerves. As Izuku, gets in the game. As Chaos is like, we need to run, Izuku, now. As Izuku's like, oh, alright, I'm getting tired of that. Why? We can't fight him. As Izuku trips, as Carnage comes in, Izuku grabs on his hands, on his wrist, as he trips him. Grabs on the wrist as he sprays acid in Carnage's face as it's burning them. As he's like, it hurts. As Izuku sprays more acid on the ground as he falls down. As he's like, fun. As Izuku takes off, going through the corridor. As Spider-Man sees him. As he's like, stop. Kid, stop. Sorry, Spider-Man, but as he's at the edge of the floating base, he's like, sorry, Spider-Man, but no, I'm not dealing with that. As Carnage comes rolling through, you're dead, Rabbit. That hurt. You hurt us. As, see you later, Webhead. As Izuku drops down. The base was, he's way above the city, as, he swine dives towards a certain amount of distance, so as his web grabs onto one of the buildings, as he goes flying into, abandoned building, but he went right through the glass, hitting the wall, as he's like, damn, that was, Well, I'm not doing that again. As Izuku, finds a new safe house, as he sits down, as he's like, oh man, that's gonna take forever to heal. As Izuku, it's nighttime now by now. As Izuku's like, so chaos. What's the what else surprises am I going to get? As she explains, here's the full extent of the acid, and she says once we're combined, once we're fully in a once we fully bond, I will be able to utilize your ability in theory. I think, as she's thinking, she doesn't know if I'm guessing if sorry if I'm sorry I totally messed that up. Sorry guys. Give me a second. I need to rethink what I was going to say. As a symbiote, once we fully bond, in theory, I should be able to utilize your personal ability. I'll be able to do similar things with your quirk, like you have, with mostly weapons. I still don't know the full capabilities the full capability of your quirk yet. That's new. It's about time you wake up. You will be fully bonded. As Izuku's like, I thought we were already fully bonded. No. Not all the way. But they would never know if they try to... Not all the way, but about time you get up in the morning, we will be. As Izuku, sleeps. As we cut to, Lady District. Sorry, let me pause this real fast so you guys don't... Okay, I'm back. As we cut to Lady District, as she's waiting on someone in a, a old-fashioned room, as Mystique and Magneto comes in, as he's like, Lady District, good for you to come. Please sit down. Please come to my office, and we'll have a proper discussion. As they sit down, as they're like, Magneto, everything has been going according to plan. I provide you with all the necessary resources you needed. Excellent. But that's not why I called you here. I would like to... That's not why I called you here. Before we get down to business, how's your boy doing? She doesn't like him. She doesn't like him knowing that she has a son, so... He's doing fine. He's in the middle of his final training. His year is almost up. As he's like, good. Speaking of your boy, I want to bring him in the fold. As she looks at him, what do you mean, Magneto? It's simple. We'll need his assistance to finally, he wants to finally, progress the next stage of my mission. Your boy's involvement is very crucial. As Magneto, she doesn't want to cross Magneto because, he's kind of powerful. Especially how she has antimantium in her. So, her claws are loose. So she's like, very well, Magneto. As she's clenching her fist. I will inform him when his training's done, not before then. No any sooner than that. And she's like, very well. I wouldn't want to interrupt the boys' training and all. Contact, contact, contact me as soon as you know. Sorry, I'll leave, I'll leave Mystique in your hands until your boy returns, and she'll contact me when your son returns from his training. As she's, Magneto's already playing his pieces together. As she's like, very well, Magneto. As, Lady Deathstrike leaves, so does Mystique. As he sits down, as he smiles, with the boy's abilities, it should make my troubles a whole lot lessen. He wants to use the boy for several different reasons. So he wants to use him as, his own personal product maker in his own personal island that he that he has. So that would stop from all, trying to barter with other people or having it created the hard way. If you could have someone that could create shit just out of nowhere. So yeah, that's what he mostly wants him for. For his Genosis, I think the island's called, but he's thinking of, the mutant kind. He doesn't care. He could use his deku to attack the X-Men, but he doesn't want to. But we're gonna continue this to a later date because we're at 40 minutes. So I hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right, bye.